I was just shuffling my deck. This fell out, and I've been wanting to talk about the Temperance card. This is the perfect card for this pink full moon energy. It is harmony. It says, I can make my needs and resources wisely to create harmony. It is solar plexus energy. It is Jupiter. It is Sagittarius. It is yes, and it is fire. And it says balance, patience, moderation, calm, self-control, cooperating with others, and finding solutions. It is not self-medicating, okay? It is the opposite of that. It is balancing out the energies, balancing out your light and dark, your light and your shadow. It is finding harmony in relationships. It is taking back your power, but not being over demonstrative. You have to look at yourself and be accountable for your motives. And you know that. You've had heartache in the past at the top of the deck. We're going to go to the middle of the deck. You've had tower moments. But you got through, right? With this Fool card. And I think the Fool is significant, okay? It is crown chakra, Uranus, Aquarius, yes, and it is air. And it says fresh beginnings, innocent, free spirit, adventure, idealism, spontaneity, simplicity, and desire to start. I look forward to new beginnings and the journey. Anything that you want is already here. And here she is again. So we're going to speak about her because she keeps coming up, okay? Who is she? She is the Queen of Wands. She is the third eye. She is Pisces, Aries. It's not a water sign, okay? But this card says 20 degrees Pisces, 20 degrees Aries. It's a yes. And it is water of fire. Too much water will put out the fire. You want to keep the fire at a really nice level, and you want to balance it out. The water may be that you need more hydration, but confidence, attractive, passion, independence, determination, social butterfly, and vivacious. This is a person that's got it going on, okay? If she's upright, she has a creative force inside of her that is so powerful that people want to know her secret, okay? And her secret is this. Top of the line, and this is the clue for the whole ball of wax. Temperance and temperament. You're not reactive, or you're working on not being reactive. You're throwing caution to the wind. You're taking a couple of snacks with you, and you're doing some adventurous things. Yes, at the top of the deck, you've had heartache in the past, but you are going to be taking these out of your swords, removing them, okay? And the way that you can remove them is loving yourself. You're putting this to the old, which is the Scorpio card, okay? The D word, and it says, I can find new opportunities in desperation. Change, transformation, end of a cycle, transition, getting rid of excess, birth of new opportunities. I can find opportunities in desperation. So, you know, sometimes when we're in a state of grief, sometimes losing someone and the way it occurred can have you saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't hold it together. I need to collapse. I need to take care of me. I don't care what you think. It's not that you don't care about the person, but it's like it's none of your business what anybody thinks of you, right? And you're not in the middle of the gossipy thing. You've got people coming in. It's passion, energetic, bravery, fearless, confident, adventurous. Hero, rebellion, inspired action, heart chakra. It's a yes, and it's air and fire. So you've walked away from a lot of stuff. And guess what? This is the near future. You're still going to be walking away from stuff, and you need to because the Star card is here. And the Star card is telling us that we are optimistic about the future. It says crown chakra, Uranus, Aquarius, yes, and air. hope, direction, renewal, trust, belief, positivity, creativity, inspiration, positivity, and rebirth. And you got the world. You sacrificed and walked away. You're going to be doing this in the future for many things that you never thought you would have to walk away from, but you're doing it, and you're going to be doing it more, with the notion that you're the star. In order for you to have your success, you can't be shackled to you can't be gagged and bound and shackled and all that. And that's just etherically, that's not physically, okay? It says fulfillment, harmony, completion, integrity, achievement, sense of belonging, travel, unity, wholeness, and celebration. It's a grounded energy, and it says, I have found my place in this world. You are no longer second guessing yourself. And with this Temperance card, I talk about Sophia and Lilith a lot. Now, if I want to use this Temperance card to think about that and to use it as an example, like those are both aspects that I work with, okay? And Sophia is the goddess of wisdom, and she's been through a lot of trials and tribulations, but she is pouring that water back into the other cup. She is on the top, the one that's pouring. Lilith is on the bottom, receiving, but she is the depth of shadow work, okay? They're both very good, although Lilith has a bad rap, because Lilith is the one that's going to tell you there's no fucking way, man, no way you're not getting through with that BS, okay? Where Sophia is like, you're going to play that? Okay, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to observe. These two archetypes are wonderful to work with if you're working with this Temperance card. And it's good to take a major arcana card and do some self-reflection on it. I like to do that. And this is the card that's been coming up a lot, because I think a lot of us have to look at that. If you're in a relationship and you're yelling with your person because they're having too much to drink, and you're doing it too, you can't beat them, join them. Do you know what I mean? That's like not, that's out of balance. What in you do you need to change? Because that's the only thing we can do. We cannot change another person. Yes, you're having memories of love, okay? You really are. And you miss part of the past. And we have all different ways of looking at things, and there's all different kinds of psychoanalysts out there, and people who think one way or think another way. But love is love, okay? And if you can forgive what happened in the past and maybe look at it in a different light, because you didn't know then, so don't beat yourself up. Once you start pointing that finger of blame and shame at everybody else, it's a boomerang. It goes back to you, okay? So in this, you know that you are this. You know that you're bringing light into the world. And yeah, you have the other times where you're the Lilith instead of the... And if you're a male, you can take these as examples also. It doesn't matter that I'm talking about female archetypes, because we all have male and female inside of ourselves. And it's all about balancing that. It's also about balancing your right and left hemisphere of your brain. Okay? That's why I loved art so much. Because... especially what I did as a muralist, and I love to use the examples of what I learned on a spiritual level through things that were logical, okay? I had to be logical in my dimensions. I had to think it through mathematically before I dare to put it on somebody's entire wall, okay? So those are the things that the Temperance card is for me, and it may help you to understand more about that balance, okay? So you have a spiritual union, and this is all, it's everything that you want is right here. And you have the second house, which is resources. You're going to be given the resources you need. There's going to be things that are going to happen so synchronistically because your heart is open now. You still protect yourself, but you're not the way that you were. You're not afraid anymore. You know that you can figure this out, and you know that you're a grown-up. And you also have Neptune. You have a vision, and you have healing with Chiron. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And you have mid-heaven. You're at the pinnacle of everything. and it's there for you.